Myntri Rangbah ke jelah ukanrat ke sama ula kentat ya ke jingkeno ba ke jingya kanat ke bami hakarali thuk jangka khasi student union ke de namar ke jingbang Myntri Rangbah jangka tanat sintiat baru la kubur ba ke sarkar ke kendit ya gerkom le jong kinampan kelmar. Ukanrat long ba ke sarkar keladon ya ke jingtip syapang karali bar kelapan kre ru ya kilat ngeda. Hendai namar karali kaya lingba ki babon ki jaka bar ki jingdona ki pulit ban pahara haman laki benta. Kalabu jingye ya ke bor pulit ban telakam mar ya ke jinglong jingman. Halo ke jingkerpat ban pelat ya kinang ilam ka khasi student union u konrad ulong bakaan kadan ni ke benta ban le baka sarkar kam dei ban tuklar ya ke jingtrekam jongka. Haba jubab ya jingthok oklam dan hasilong ha ke por jongka jingja. Ukanrat ulong bolat don lupa hakiwei pat ke program bat ke jingelang ke bakongsan. Hendak lapan syai bak ke jingbom don jenggu hasilong kam syim lakta ya ke jingtrekam jongka sarkar. Namar usimbot Myntri Rangbah ubak kami ya ke tanat kampo yeng ulabut dien ya ke jinglong jingman. Halor ke jingkhang lenti ya ke kali ke jela Meghalaya bat Assam Myntri Rangbah ulong bak sarkar kelala bantek lakam ya ke jinglong jingman ha ke por ke belingkot lingba ke jingye kren bat ke jingye trelang bat ke jela Assam.
Our message, or my message and the government's message to the citizen, is that whatever happened was very, very unfortunate. And there are people who try to create fear in the system and in the society. And we will not leave those people. We're going to take very, very strong action against those people who have tried to create that fear. And our citizens should not be worried. Yes, there was certain inconvenience that was caused. We do agree to that because of the reaction that we saw from our neighboring state, and then that had to be again controlled and discussed and negotiated. But now that we have got all of that behind us, I think we should move in a positive manner. We should definitely, all of us should learn, in fact, not just the government, but all of us, including from organizations, associations, and different stakeholders, and ensure that whatever steps can be taken in the future to ensure that while we have the right to have peaceful protest, it does not mean that you can take the law in your hand, and especially it does not mean that you can do anything that you want, and especially beating up and harming innocent people. So that's something, a strong message must go from all of us. And it's very important, and I've been sharing with everybody, that society must also at one point in time must come out regarding this. As I said, we have been one of the most open governments. When it comes to any issue, we have been very open to discuss with the issues. When it comes to any kind of talks and discussions that are there, we've always been open to talks and discussions. But as I said, there's a line that we have to draw, and one cannot cross the line. And that is the message that we have for everybody, that please don't try to do that. And if anybody does, then we will have to take action as per law. Well, number one, that this happened on the day I was already in the flight. I was traveling. And of course, I had multiple programs and meetings. So that's number one. And my schedule was already fixed. Number two, it is not just one person. There is an entire team that looks into all aspects of governance. Honorable Deputy Chief Minister in charge of Home was personally monitoring the situation. And the entire team, including Chief Secretary and DGP and other police officials, all were here. And more importantly, in today's technology world, we were in touch almost every hour, discussing almost every aspect, and ensuring that whatever quick decisions needed to be made, those decisions were made, and there was no gap in terms of the action that had to be taken. So therefore, yes, I had commitments, and as a government we have multiple commitments. It's not possible for us to always change those commitments, because these are commitments made at national level, to different governments, to different organizations, and therefore they are also highly sensitive in nature. But as I said, that did not in any way deter or did not affect the overall work that we were doing, and we ensured that whatever monitoring had to be done, and the presence of the entire team was here all the time. Well, everybody has the right to their views, but there is much more going on behind the scenes than what meets the eye. Multiple communications continuously are happening, were happening, and a lot of discussion took place. Yet, in spite of the communication, for whatever reason, the meetings before the rally could not take place. But that does not mean that we were not communicating. We were absolutely communicating. I don't want to go into details of that because that's something that is part of our process. And as I said, multiple communications were happening, happened, and is happening even now. And whatever happens, the law will take its course. And therefore, it will be incorrect for me or anybody to simply come in and say that the rules and the laws will change because it's one organization or different organization or one individual. I think that is not proper in governance. Therefore, please allow the law to take its own course. I think it's not proper for us to interfere. And the laws have been made for that purpose, and it will move ahead with that purpose. You see, intelligence failure is a very easy word to use. It's a kind of a buzzword which, if any situation happens, then the most jazzy word to use is intelligence failure. There was no intelligence failure as such. All the aspects were looked into. But to be very frank, we also work in one sense on the basis of some trust and some kind of assurance. And we move forward with that kind of trust and assurance also. Plus, as I said, when we have a movement of this scale taking place, sometimes it's physically not possible for us to place people everywhere. But we had our people along the routes. And the scale and the overall geographic area in which the incidents were happening led to a lot of complexity for us to monitor the situation on the ground immediately. And obviously, as I said, even if our manpower also was spread out, and the kind of, if this was one place, then it's easier, our numbers are there. So all of these challenges were there. But most importantly, as I mentioned, that there was a very clear understanding that this rally will be peaceful and there is no intention. And as I said, to some extent, we have kept that word, and we said that yes, that's what we expect. And I'm sure that not just for us, but even for the public, they must have been quite surprised to see the kind of behavior at that point in time by these miscreants. And we are still identifying, as I said, we have identified 5 of them. But people are quite surprised and shocked at the way these miscreants had behaved, which was just something that was, in a way, unprecedented and never seen before. So yeah, was the intelligence failure? No. But were we caught by surprise in some sense by the scale and the action? Yes, we were. But we knew what was happening. We had kept, but the scale was something that, as I said, have not seen in the past, and it went to a scale where it was unprecedented. You see, law and order situation does happen. I'm not saying it's something that we're trying to kind of say that, well, that it doesn't happen other places. I'm not trying to justify any kind of situation, but law and order situation does happen.